Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you all had a good weekend. We are back at the amusement park today. And as you can see, I've moved the ticket booth and I've expanded it slightly. So if we need to, we can have two people working here instead of just one. We've got a single till, but we've got all the tickets, as you can see here. So I can line the tickets back up here for people to buy as they come in. And you'll see I've used the new wallpaper in the ticket booth for a change. So I think it looks pretty good. And this is at the actual entrance now. So we are going to have to build a new entrance. This is gonna have to go. So yeah, it is what it is. I will be deleting all this and getting, why am I moving? We're going to have to be deleting everything. And we will come back and do something different. I don't like these fairy lights. They just don't work for me. But we'll find something fun to do. And yeah, get rid of the buy and get rid of the thanks. We've got, oh, that light is bright and so is the sun. Which is right in my eyes. There we go. And then we just have to get rid of what I built here. And then we'll probably add in another restaurant or two. We did have, there we go. We do have the ice cream and the burger and chips shop, which I'm very excited about. Because chips! And in the distance, in the far distance, you're going to see a roller coaster that has been sort of built. I will drop in a clip of me trying to figure out how to make this roller coaster actually work. And surprisingly, it does. So there is that. So let me drop in the clip and then we'll come back and we will build around this. This was a mission because I had to use the move tool a bazillion times. I think it's too bad. It's only once you finish the track you can actually use it. And then we'll also try and put the water in here and see if it'll work with the water. I've done nothing else. You can see I didn't even put the floor down in there. But that's for today. So let me show you how I managed to do this roller coaster. And then we can build a nice entrance to it. It sort of gives me Planet Coaster vibes. It's not really a crazy coaster, but hey, it's the start of something good. Okay, everybody, this is going to be a video about walking and talking because, yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff thinking I was recording and I wasn't. And I apologize profusely. Okay, so we I have established we recorded a portion, and for some reason, for whatever reason, it didn't continue recording. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you what we were doing while I was, in inverted commas, recording. So we've turned this into sort of like a little square, and we've put our night monster here. We'll take a walk through and play this and see how much stuff actually falls down. I'm dying to see what's going to happen with the Ferris wheel, but I'll then put all the sound effects on and everything so you guys can hear the roaring and the screeching and all the rest of it. So I built a little bit of a podium for the dude. What do you call that? And put him up there. We do have lights underneath here that I have learned that you can actually use. Light. That one. You can see it's even yellow to match that. So you can actually take them and hide them behind here, and they then shine up through the molding and it looks amazing. So there's that. And then of course our roller coaster, which we then have put some flowers here. I have learned that you can change. Look, we have custom colors for our flowers. So you can change your flower to any color you want. How cool is that? So yes. And I like that a lot. And then we've put stairs up here. We've built a little kiosk type thing with yellow lights here. We have established you cannot connect the roller coaster cars to any form of switch, which is sad, but it is what it is. And we've got some tables here for the ticket taker. And then we've got our arrows. So you come up here, you get onto the car, you get off, and you come down here. So there's that. And we also established that if I send this car out on its journey all the way around, buff, we have a little bit of an oopsie here. So yes, which is quite funny because basically all the testing that I did was with all three of them. And if you send all three of them off, they come back to the places that they placed. If you only send one out, you have a little bit of an accident. We also established by that square that you can see there that you don't get a splash when you put a swimming pool down, which is unfortunate. So if I take a pool and I place it here, let's see, how deep do we want it? We don't want it too deep, but we do want it to be sort of underwater here. So what I did was I sent the cars out. So the good news is the pool does not block, the wall doesn't block the cars from coming through, but there's no splash. So I don't know if it's like worth it or not to actually have a pool here. So we then promptly took it away. But that's how I learned that you actually can create an accident with the coaster. We've got all the plushies that came out after this build. And yes, this one is standing up. So there's that. And then I just extended the walkways along here. Put the real floor in here now, so it looks more believable. And we have established that you can walk underneath the coaster here. Even the low portion of the coaster, you can walk under quite comfortably. I just don't feel very comfortable putting the kids' playground underneath the coaster, but I might put the kids' playground in the middle there so they can watch the roller coaster going around them but not be involved that much. Oh, the other thing is, should I leave the flowers on the wall here, or should I just put the name of the coaster here? If so, what name should we give it? And the good news is that finally figured out how to connect the stair banister with the fence. So, yay! Well done, guys. You did it. So I'm very happy about that. I do have to put all the supports out. I don't know if I really want to, but yeah, I might. At least put some supports out so that it does look like it's not floating in mid-air. It is. And I'm wondering if we play test it, if it's all going to come crashing down. Now, remember I said you can't connect these? There's a switch. There's nothing on these vehicles that we can connect it to. All it tells us is to use. Now, if you click on it, it doesn't connect. You usually get that dotted line when you connect. If I do that, you'll see it actually tells you it's connected. And then when you flip the switch, it turns the light on and off. But it doesn't give us that option. We don't have the option with the roller coaster cars. So we are unable to connect them. So the only way to use them is to say use with the E button, which is unfortunate. Now, doing the roller coaster like this does give us an option to put some more toilets down here, an ablution block, and probably build the haunted house behind here, which I'm looking forward to. I'm thinking of keeping these old toilets here because, I mean, this is the older part of the Funfair. It's got the old sort of games and not as fancy, but it's got a certain character to it. And then we can build an old haunted house there and put some traps and some things in it that will possibly be interesting. As I said to someone the other day, I'm a builder, I'm not a gamer, so I like building stuff as opposed to like building games. So I think it's a different mindset. But hey, I'm open to suggestions. I am more than open to suggestions. So if you've got any ideas, things that you'd like me to test out, let me know, because I will be more than happy. I could have sworn I just deleted that swimming pool. Oh yes, I deselected the light switch and the pool came back. And what other things should I put here? We've got the 3 new updates. We've got the bumper cars, we've got the teacups or the carousel, and we've got the coaster. So any other suggestions, other other things to put here, let me know. And I think I'm going to change that. Maybe we can use this. What do you say? I think that'll look pretty good there. Oh yes, look at that. That's nice and bright and cheerful. So I had so many bits of video to put together. I started editing and putting it all together, and then I checked my comments on my last video, and there were a couple of interesting ones. Because my recording software went wonky, Monday's video is not going to be super long. So I thought, you know what? Let's try something. Because we're all about, the trying something. What the heck is that? There's all kinds of stuff floating around because I've deleted a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. As I was saying, there's a whole bunch of stuff floating around because I've deleted a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Yes, I repeated myself. So the one thing I'd like to try is to find out, A, how big the boat is. We got this boat. I mean, could we make this a boat ride? It's doable? Can we remove stuff? I don't think so. So, no. The bumpers, or whatever you'd like to call these, are attached. Is there anything that we can do here? Okay, we can walk on the deck. We can't open the hatch. Can we go down into the bowels of the boat? No, not really. Okay. So it's just a shell. But it is a really cool shell. And if we made this into a ride, how on earth would we do that? Change that up, make it brighter. Should we put a pattern on it? Okay, stripes. Where's my stripes? How about waves? That'll work. We can do yellow and red. And that's just crazy, but fun. It will fit in well here. All right, let's lift it up and see. It's probably going to come crashing down if anybody ever tried to play this. But you know, how much space does it actually need? And as we know, we can put, I'm thinking to put it, instead of these little games that I've got here, maybe we should make this into the boat ride. It will fit because it's not that big. Well, it's huge, but in relation to the Funfair, it's not that huge. There's a tree in the way, but we can move that tree. So should we delete all our hard work and take away the spin and win? What the heck, we can always make another one. This drove me nuts getting it to line up like that. But we've done it once, we can do it again. Okay, that's just a chair. That tree is gonna have to go over here somewhere. The the toilets are probably going to have to go as well. And then this little throw the balls through the hoops is going to have to go too. I quite like the idea of the fishing next to the boat ride, so I might leave that. We might have some floating objects all over the place here. Okay, so yes, the boat will pretty much fit in this area. We are going to have to move the street lights though. And I'm just going to throw them around here. And then the little old bathrooms are probably going to have to go too. We've still got this game here, which is fine. We've got the little mini golf, and then we've got this. We've got a fishing rod, don't we? I had to make fishing rods. We've got golf clubs. Oh, that was fun. Okay, hold on. Sort from newest. There we go. Yes, we got fishing rods. Nice. Can I change the... Okay. I forgot that we had fishing rods. But we can put fishing rods up here for our contestants to use instead of these sad and pathetic things. Oh, no, not that. Let's do it from here. Because these are in no way or form actually are fishing rods, but those are... I like it. Okay. They're very thin and you can't really see them very well, but that's fine. Okay, and then what else can we add here? We've got bowling. I don't think it's time for a bowling alley yet. Maybe we should have a couple of nets for the little ones who aren't 100% sure. And that doesn't stand up. That doesn't stand up. Damn it. Let's just put them down and then we'll just make them stand up, shall we? Here we go. I like that. Now what else do we have? We've got... Where were the anchors and things? Are they here? Are they in the outside? Yes, there's an anchor here. Boat davit. Whatever that might be. I like the crates. The crates are awesome. Net hauler. So this is to make your own boat. And there's cleats. Ooh. We'll put some cleats along here. Yes, we can. Just because we can. Like, you want to come fishing, guys? No problem. Let's just add some interest. And do we have a net? I mean, a big net. No. We have an anchor. That's very cool. So if we go for like a rusty one, will you stand up for me? Yes, you will. There we go. There's an anchor on the fish and ducks. Oh, sorry, fish for ducks. We put the little sign there, which I think is very cute. All right, so we've added a bit of stuff here. We've got nets for the little ones, the babies. We've got fishing rods now for the bigger ones. And then you can just imagine the little ones leaning over there and going head first into the water. But no, we won't think about that. And then we've got this huge boat here that somehow or other we are going to have to figure out how to somehow or other figure out how we're going to build and suspend it so that people can climb inside it so that they can go wee. So that's a feat of engineering, but hey, we can do it. We made a Ferris wheel. And then I was also sitting looking at this and I was like, you know, maybe if we hold up here, just for the sake of holding up here, we can actually put a little roof type place on here. No, there is a fence there. Maybe if we copy that, I don't know how many roofs will fit in here. Let's do that again and just throw one down here. And we can see what will happen. So that will fit perfectly there, simply because it fits perfectly there. Okay, and you will not fit perfectly. That's fine. We still love you. How is that? Ah, what do you think about that? Quite like that. Sort of gives you a place to basically stand. Well, it's not going to cover you in any way, shape, or form, but it's pretty. And then maybe we can add another little roof on this side, just like we did on the other side. I think that's the same. No idea. How tall is this? 2.2. It's 3 meters. Every now and then I actually do something that works. That's quite cute for the roller coaster. And then we can put these same lights on the walls here. And this little bench that was looking so lonely can come stand. Yeah. So yes, we built something. And then I think what I'd like to do is maybe we need to put the name across here instead. But I like the shape, and as soon as I put a name across there, it's going to block that. I'm not 100% sure. Still asking, what do you think? Suggestions, always appreciated, but that looks pretty good. And then behind here, we are going to have, depending on the the space available, I think we've got enough space here to do a haunted house. We can probably have an entrance on this side, coming out on that side to sort of a mirror maze. I think we're going to need more space for a mirror maze. But the one thing that I saw that was really cute was one of those, it's where you go and you have like a loose barrel that you're actually running in. And I was thinking we do have the circle that we can play with. So let's maybe try that. And then obviously we need to do like copy that. And I think that's okay. Even if they're all the same, it's not a problem. I can live with that. I have no idea what that's. Ooh. I have no idea what that barrel it sort of spins around, but it is doable there as well. And I think I'm going to put a couple of these around so that maybe one in the corner there, because we've got 3 of those. Okay, that's the Black Knight statue. that we've got. Then we've got the creepy statue, and then we've got, ooh, we must do this one over here. We're going, it's not very big. But you know what? We can maybe do it somewhere over here. Especially for the side of the park with the water. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, what the heck? Let's build it. All right. For the base, I've been using just a basic stone, the sort of pea gravel type stuff. But over here, I think I wouldn't mind a wooden base. Let's do that. Let's sort of line it up to that 2 meters by 2 meters. Looks enormous, but that'll be perfect. And then it's green. It's not a bad color. And then maybe the dark green. It's pretty good. And then we can go with our new favorite little things. I think these are wave luck. Well, yes. Nice one. And then the darker green, which is that one. And we can put some lights. And I'm thinking of the same lights that we used in the last one, which you didn't really see me putting them because I was recording in inverted commas. But I can show you basically what we were doing. Let's go with that. Let's go with RGB. And let's go with green because we can. Turn it on. Copy it. And then it literally sits in there. Look at that. And you don't see it at all. Which I think is awesome. And that gives it that nice supernatural glow that I really, really like. Oh, that's cool. The only thing I don't like is that the statue is not centered properly. That is cool. And it gives that green reflective glow all over. So I'm going to go with that. Yes, we're going to have to do something with all these street lights. I have no idea what. And we are going to need to find a way of making this boat look like a ride. But I think that looks pretty good on the roller coaster. So still looking for names for the coaster. And I've been given really nice ideas. House of Mirrors, that's going to be challenging because we don't really have awesome reflections on our mirrors. But we can try. And then obviously we have one-way mirrors, which is nice. We can look in. We also have the weird mirrors. So is this normal? Did they just disappear? I have no idea what's happening. And then doors, we can probably use the dungeon window so that you're actually walking past a section and looking out at the people coming in type thing. We've got the one-way mirrors, which is awesome. And then we've got the suspicious doors. Okay, that's weird. Has anybody else had this? let me know. All right, I'm getting out of it because, okay, and then they come back. It's just weird. So, guys, I'm going to leave it here. So, apologies for the itty bitty, weird, and wonderful, but I think what we've got here has got some potential. And now I'm just looking at sort of what the facade of a haunted house looks like at a fun fair. So that could be fun. Should we have it on a river with these things sort of coming in through the entrance of the river into the haunted house? That's a thought. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I think we've accomplished interesting stuff today. Something new, something different to add to our slightly weird but wonky previous fun fair. But let me know what you think. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far and you've enjoyed it, please subscribe. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.